the cards earlier, and this Hermit card fell out. And this is will be used as your crowning energy for this month, all right? So let's set that aside, and I've already shuffled the cards. Let's lay the cards out here. I have the Strength card in reverse, the King of Pentacles in reverse, the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, in upright, sorry, the Queen of Wands in reverse, Ten of Wands upright, the Five of Wands in reverse, the Nine of Swords upright, and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. All right, so I know that all of January just culminated, and a lot of you have experienced, you know, breakups and just people leaving your lives and things like that. Just catastrophic events that made you reassess um, your life path, and how to proceed with your life. So I just want you to keep in mind that with this Hermit energy coming out very early in the month, I feel that this is definitely a month for you to spend a lot more time looking within for answers. And I think I mentioned this last month too, and I feel that a lot of Geminis, you tread a little bit too lightly through life. You are not making the connection between the consequences between, you know, actions and consequences. You're not making that connection between what you really want and the steps that you're taking to achieve that. So you're not linking up cause and effect, basically, and because of that, you've spent the last few years of your life treading through life and in a very, you know, lighthearted, playful manner, which is fine, But I just want you to know, for those of you who are getting in and out of relationships, and for those of you who are not truly aware of what you're doing, then you're attracting the wrong type of people, and you're attracting the wrong type of attention, and you're not being very honest with your partner, or you're not being very honest with yourselves about what you really even want out of life, just because you've never taken the time to do the introspection. So I feel this is a very essential month for you to do that. Look within yourself. Don't get distracted by other people, and don't get in and out of relationships and using that as a distraction for you from this process of self-contemplation, okay? It is very important for you to do this, just so you can it's just for your emotional, spiritual growth, which is good, but overall, so that you can, you know, so that you can make better decisions and move forward with this year. I feel that this year has a lot of potential, but you have to work through yourself. You have to build up yourself so that you can bring other people into your life, into your fold, and that you can be a very productive partner in a relationship. So in general, I don't see a lot of coupling energy, a lot of like overly romantic energy permeating this month. And I'm actually gonna pull out two more cards just because of the two reversals at the end. So you have the World in the reverse position, and you have the Page of Cups. So I will go through each card, but the overall energy I'm getting is, you know, you're not taking enough time off for contemplation, for introspection, and you're not coming to terms with how your actions in the past have affected other people. So that is a very important thing for you to learn this month, and for you to get down so that you can advance, and that you can make yourself a better person for other people to want to be around you, okay? So it's very important. With the Hermit card too, the Hermit is also the card of Virgo. And Virgos in general, and especially in this context, it is a person who is very self-sufficient, who is very this person, the Virgo characteristics are riding out and are helpful to a Gemini, in that a Virgo is very self-sufficient. A Virgo knows how to take care of her or himself, and a Virgo always feels complete when they're of service to other people. So a Virgo is self-sufficient, and they're also helpful to the people around them. These are very important characteristics for a Gemini to learn, just because as a Gemini, you don't really know how to be in partnerships, and you don't really know how to be helpful to other people, okay? You tend to do things your way, which is fine, but just know that if you're in a partnership, it's compromise. And it's also learning to stand on your own 2 feet, learning to be okay but alone by yourself, so that you build a healthy self-esteem, so that you can learn how to be in a relationship with other people. So having the qualities of the Hermit and of the Virgo characters in general would be really beneficial for you. You have to learn to be self-sufficient, to take care of yourself, and to be alone by yourself without the interference and the distraction of other people, which would, distract you from achieving your life goals, and also to teach you to be independent, okay? So, and on the most, at the best, what am I saying? At best, it's also encouraging you to be of service to other people, learning to be helpful, learning to stand on your own 2 feet, and also helping those who are less fortunate than you, okay? Virgos are very good about serving others, so it's important for you to learn these lessons as you get through life. And it's also to feel that this is the right month for you to do that. I've been getting a lot of reverse cards for Gemini too, with this world right here. The opportunities are there for you, so I feel that this is a lot of karma and like emotional baggage from the past that you haven't worked through yet. So this card right here is indicating service to other people and trying to help other people. That would be a very good way for you to work through some of this past karma that you've been accumulating, and they're blowing up in your face since the end of last year. So let's move on. And like I said, this is a general reading, okay? So don't freak out about bad karma if you haven't been doing anything wrong. But I do want to emphasize that I'm getting this very strongly for Geminis in general. You're treading too lightly through life, and you're not introspective enough to know how your actions affect other people. So it is very important for you to take a clear look at yourself this month and make some changes, okay? So let's move ahead with this reading. Okay, so this is also in reverse, and it's a card of resistance. Resisting changes, resisting, the turn of events, and not being able to be on your own 2 feet. And it's a card of, with the Hermit energy, it's not knowing how to be alone, not knowing how to be self-sufficient. And I feel that you have so much expansive energy this year, this month. So like, don't waste it. Don't waste it with like idle fears. Don't waste it by second guessing yourself and being doubtful. And also it is definitely the time for you to take on the responsibility. So if you've been going through life treading very lightly and feeling yourself not getting anywhere, I think this is the time for you to be a grown-up about it and take on that responsibility that you've shirked in the past just because you feel that you're not ready. You are more capable than you're letting on. So please, this is a good month for you to do that, because the universe is on your side. And whenever changes are imposed on us and we're not receptive, changes will basically be forced on us. Okay, so the first time change comes knocking on your door, if you don't embrace it, the second time it's going to be like kind of like a floodgate that forces itself upon you, and it's going to be really difficult for you to accept at that point, but you would have no choice. So I would urge you, it's a year for you to stand on your own 2 feet, okay? And I know you're really afraid of, with the Strength card in reverse over this, you are really afraid of taking on additional responsibility because you want to travel light, you want your independence, and you don't want to have to like cater to anybody else. But just know that you're not actually catering to anybody else. You're just taking on the responsibilities that you have allowed into your life. So it's time to be a grown-up about this, and to, do grown-up things and take on grown-up responsibilities, because you're going to realize very quickly as we get older, we're going to have more responsibilities imposed upon us, and the things that are worth keeping are the things worth fighting for and hanging on for. Okay, so separate the things that don't matter from the things that do early on in your life, so that you invest your time and your energy into the things that actually matter. That way you don't end up empty-handed at the end of your life, because that would be a very, very sad thing to have at the end of your life. So just really please, and learn to stand on your own. This is him shouldering all the burdens. So this is not a bad card, but learning to stand on your own. And knowing that, it's okay when others don't agree with you, and you have to defend your beliefs. You have to defend yourself, and your self-worth and your value system are not diminished in any way just because others don't agree with you. So keep that in mind, all right? I feel that for a lot of you, this person would be very instrumental in grounding you. So you're an air sign. This is an earth sign, man or woman. This is possibly somebody around your age. And it is an earth sign, so a Virgo, like I mentioned before, a Virgo, a Taurus, or a Capricorn. So somebody in your midst that is an earth sign would be a really strong grounding force for you, because earth and air in general are not like the best romantic partners, but the earth people have the ability, the qualities of the earth people is very attractive to especially a Gemini, just because they're so structured, and they have the, the strength, the inner strength, the resilience, the independence, and like the calmness and the peacefulness of this Virgo person too. So they're a very strong and grounding force in your life. So this is a situation where, like I say, be a little more resilient. Look at what you're doing and analyze the situation. Step back every once in a while and assess and see if this is still serving you. Okay, I feel that Geminis like to dabble in multiple projects, so make sure that you assess whatever projects you're taking on and see if it still brings you the financial satisfaction. I don't think finances are going to be terrible this year, this month. I just don't see a lot of that. So this is not a finance related reading, but it's more of diverting your energy into the right things. So if something is no longer serving you, you get to pick and choose what you abandon. If something no longer serves you, you have to be proactive in implementing that change and removing that thing from your plate. That way you have more time, more energy, and you're more efficient about what you put in and what you get out of it, okay? So instead of distracting yourself with all these side projects, stick to a few that actually pay out, that brings you emotional satisfaction, okay? And at the same time, don't abandon projects too soon. The next situation that I have is, okay, so if you are involved with the earth sign person, and I feel this is a separate energy, this is a separate person coming in, there's another earth sign person coming into your life, an earth sign with like a lot of fiery energy within them too. So this is not a stable person. They might come off as an earth sign, but they have a lot of fire in them, so they're not very stable. They're a little more volatile, and they're a little more independent. I just feel that it is connected to this card. It's the Nine of Swords, in that thinking about them is thoughts about them are keeping you up at night, and you're in a situation where okay, so this woman is like this. She's shown up in reverse, and she is looking away. So this person has already, left you behind, but you're pining over it, and you're trying to get this person back. It could be a male or female, another earth sign, a Virgo, a Taurus, or a Capricorn. But like I said, it's a different energy. The first earth sign is a very grounding force in your life, whereas this earth sign, I feel that it might be a friendship or a co-worker situation in which, you know, they're not giving you the time of day, they're not giving you the benefit of the doubt, and they're nothing you say, because I don't feel that they're outright being mean to you or saying hurtful things. I don't feel that way. But I just feel that whatever you decide to implement or whatever you try to do to get this person back in, it's just not happening, okay? So I'm very sorry about that. But you know, just know that they're out of your life, just so that other things can come in, just so you have time and energy and the the um the freedom to bring in other things into your life, okay? So please don't let things go, and let things go, accept the changes, and let new things in, okay? But really be discerning about what you want left in your life. So I just feel that you know, with this world energy, I feel that in the process of cleaning out your closet, cleaning out your emotion for this year, you're going to end up with a lot of things. You're going to have a lot of abundance, but you're not fully appreciative of the abundance that is still left in your life, or all the potential that could, you know, come in at the throughout the year. So you're still in a state of mind where you want something that isn't meant to be. So you're still, you know, you're still soaking like that. Yeah, I don't think there's another term for it. You want something so badly that when it doesn't work out, you're still pining over it. You're still soaking over it, rather than appreciating the things that are still left, okay? So this is a month in which you start to appreciate them. So I just feel you know, this card and this card is between you, or like on either side of this this Queen of Pentacles, and like I said, could be a male or female, an earth sign. So you still want that earth sign back into your life, and you're trying to be rational, you're approaching her this way, trying to explain yourself. She is not hearing it, and you're approaching her from this way, expressing yourself. You're trying to appeal to her emotionally, but she's still not having it. So the important thing for you to do is invest in things that pan out, invest in people who have always been there for you, and the people that don't want you in their lives anymore, they've made it clear. They've made it very, very clear at this point. So respect their wishes. Just know that these are very honest women right here. So the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles, so like a fire energy and an earth energy. These two people are extremely honest. They know what they want. So if they tell you, you know, something, even though it's something you don't want to hear, just know that they've already made up their mind. And just know that they're saying it in the politest way possible, so that you could, you know, so that you could understand. And then, you know, don't try to go back and change their mind, because it's finalized. They've thought it through, okay? I don't want to say hurtful things, but when people are very straightforward with you, you just have to accept the truth. And I feel like as a Gemini, you might have difficulty doing that, just because you, like I said, you tread through life very lightly, and you don't take people at face value, I feel. So it's very important for you to, when people have already made up their mind, have already drawn their boundaries in the sand, you have to respect it. Don't try to go back and forth, and, you know, just know that the indecisiveness, if anything, is coming from you. It's not coming from the other person. So make up your mind and move on with your life. You still have a lot on offer for you throughout this year, and especially this month, okay? So cherish the things that are still there, and leave the past behind, please, okay? I hope this month in general has been better than last month, and you know, we have Valentine's Day coming up. So honor, cherish, and love the people who are still in your life, because they're there for a reason, okay? Because they care about you, they've stuck around, they're still there for a reason. So I hope some of you I hope that, you know, this reading resonates with you. Please like, subscribe, and share, and let me know how this plays out for you. And as well, just be respectful of boundaries as well, okay? Be respectful. February, and happy Valentine's Day. Thank you so much for watching.